How y'all doing? My name's Tony, and you're watching Driving Miss Crazy. So, I don't know if you caught my last video, but here's the deal. I'm a rideshare driver. I drive when I'm not working. I drive to make extra money for my family. You might be a rideshare driver. If you have a crazy story, let me know in the comments below. I'm really doing this channel just because I need a little bit of a therapy session, y'all. Big time. I live in Florida, okay? Wasn't born and raised here. I'm a transplant. Came to Walt Disney World, enjoyed it, loved it. Lived here 12 years, raised my family here. So my kid calls himself a Florida boy. Y'all ever heard of Florida man? Well, when you do rideshare in Florida, I think you pick up Florida man and Florida woman all the time. I don't know what it is here in the water in Florida, but we have some crazy things that happen. So I live in between Tampa and Orlando, a small town. I'm going to pick up someone named Justin. I'm driving to Justin, and as I'm driving to Justin, I get a text. It says, "Hey, just want to let you know, you're going to be picking up Reba. She's my girl. She's mighty fine. You're going to be picking her up." Okay? Sure. Now, word of advice to all the ladies out there. If you were dating a man and he is so poor or so messed up, he doesn't have a vehicle and he can't drive you, as a father, don't be dating that man. Good Lord, woman, have a better sense. Come on. Don't let your boy just call you over like that. That's not cool. If you were my sister, if you were my daughter, I would never let that happen. Well, the man at least does need to have some ride to go, or, have a ride to go pick you up. I mean, come on. Good Lord. Anyway, I go to pick up Reba. I pull up. And his house is on a main road. And it's like the only house on a main road. So I'm assuming that that's where I'm supposed to go. Before I get there, way before I get there, there's this girl on the corner. She's wearing Daisy Dukes that are as short as I've ever seen. She's wearing a halter top. She's just like, okay, I'm just going to say, y'all, she looks like a prostitute. Again, not trying to judge. I'm the last person. I'm not Mr. Handsome. I'm not trying to judge anybody. That's not how I roll. But she straight up looks like she's looking for a John, and I'm not him. She's waving me down. Okay, no. I pull up to the house. She's running. She's like, "Why did you stop? You didn't see me?" And I can't just tell her, "Well, you look like a prostitute, like waving on the street corner. What am I supposed to do?" She's like, "I'm Reba. You're here to pick me up. My boyfriend sent you." So that's fine. That's great. She's like, "Can you just wait a moment? I got to run in my house, get a jacket." Pull into the house driveway. It's fine. You know what? I get it. So we're driving. She tells me, "I just got out of jail. I was locked up. I was framed. They said I stole a car. I didn't do it." Now, granted, I live in a county that they lock you up for nothing. Just straight up. They don't. And I could sympathize with her. But she's telling her stories about being locked up. She's asking me questions of like, she seemed like a nice lady. She seemed like a really nice lady. Even though she needed to wear some more clothes, taking her boyfriend. She starts like asking me questions about where to find jobs and all that. And, my heart goes out to people. Telling me she's a mom, single mom, or telling her sob stories. I mean, if you've heard some crazy sob stories, you let me know below in the comments. So I'm just thinking, like, what the crap? But she's all telling me about basically how she was arrested for stealing a car she didn't steal. And she just got out of jail. And she's looking for a job, all that stuff. And I'm just, sob story. A lady tells me sob story. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, you're taking my boyfriend. He's going to get me on my feet. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. So here where I live, it's not just about trailer parks. And again, I'm not putting down country folk, but I'm just saying there is a lot of country folk out here. I am literally, now it is pitch black in the middle of nowhere. I don't know where I'm driving. And I'm coming up to a trailer in the woods. And out comes this dude. And he literally looks like he's the biggest thug. He has tattoos on his face. And then again, not judging, but I mean, you have to make a call as a person. And he's like, hey, I'm here. You picked up my girl. And then suddenly he's like, now you're going to take me to my connection. I'm like, your connection? He's like, yeah. You're going to take me to my spot. What do you do? This was going to be my last ride for the night. He adds on a spot that's going to add basically probably another $10 to the ride. What do you do? I'm just trying to make some money here. But, honestly, I was so sketched out because he comes out and he has a duffel bag. And I didn't know. I mean, you don't know what people have. I mean, is it guns? Is it, stuff? I don't know. He literally reaches down and he has, like, computers and iPads and all this crap. He's like, you're taking me to my connection. I'm thinking, like, your connection? What's that? And, I try not to ask a lot of questions because I don't really know. I don't want to be involved in any weird crap. So he starts telling me about he sells this and he sells that. And I'm like, I don't want to hear it. He gets in the car. And again, I'm like, what do I do? What do you do? Like, seriously, like, what do I do? Do I just tell someone, no, I'm cool. Like, just drive away, cancel the trip. I got the girl in the car. I can't just, like, I don't know. She's in the car. Anyway, oh, man. He gets in the car. We start driving. We are now driving, again, middle of nowhere. Middle of nowhere, late at night. Don't know who's going to do what. He's reaching in his bag. Honestly, it sounded like he had a gun. And I'm just thinking, you know what? Be cool with these people. Do whatever. Dude pulls out a vape. He's vaping in my car. I don't let people smoke or vape in my car. But I don't want to say anything because it's like this dude, he sounds like he kind of has a gun in there. And I'm like freaking out. What would you do? We're almost to the spot. And I'm like, he looked at me. He's like, oh, you don't let my vaping, do you? I'm like, no, I don't smoke. That's not me. My wife's a cancer survivor. Like, we don't do that in our house. No judgment. We don't do that. And he's like, oh, okay. Well, I guess I won't. Now he's all in pissed off mood. We get to the spot. There are dudes waiting as we get out to the house. They're waiting, like a bunch of people. And I'm just like, okay, y'all have a great night. See you later. And just jam out of there. I don't know. What do you do? What do you do when you're in a sketchy situation like that? I don't know. Anyway, I hope you all have a great day. If you have some crazy story, let me know. I want to know. Just, I'm kind of doing this because seriously, I need to know, like, what kind of situation should you just straight up cancel somebody on? When is enough enough?